Hello there! So today is a pretty exciting day because the Blood of Olympus is upon us soon. If you don't know what the Blood of Olympus is, the Blood of Olympus is the final book in the Percy Jackson experience that begins with the 5 books in the Percy Jackson and the Olympian series and is continued but 10 times better everything in the Heroes of Olympus series, which is ending on October 7th in 22 days. So today I'm just gonna talk about it before it comes out, make some predictions. I'll do that later. The lovely people at Disney Hyperion have sent me this gigantic amazing box, and I am going to go through it. So let's do this! I'm gonna go ahead and cut to when I'm finished spending an embarrassing amount of time opening this relatively simple box. Yep, that was exactly what I just described. Ooh. So the first item in this box is the Heroes of Olympus overnight bag. Oh yeah. Wear it over your shoulder. Wear it in your hand. And oh my goodness, the next thing I see is something I've literally wanted since I started reading the books. Bam! Camp Half-Blood t-shirt. I am going to go put this on. That probably edited really horribly. I tried. And underneath it is this awesome Heroes of Olympus sweatshirt. I might have to put it on. Okay, but I'm so excited about this frisbee. Literally everything in my life right now is going to be Percy Jackson. It's enough of that. Oh my goodness, this lunchbox is the best thing in my life right now. Literally, I'm working an 8-hour shift tomorrow, and you better believe this is coming out on my lunch break. I think I need to start bringing my lunch to school, too. And with it, I have this water bottle thing that I have never used one like this before. Oh my goodness. Shiny new hardcovers of the whole series. Hang on. As a booktuber and a Barnes & Noble employee, this is bothering me that they're not in order. I do already have a set, obviously, because I get them all when they come out. Maybe I'll have to give these away to someone. But for now, I'm going to admire my dual copies. I'm about to pull out the most exciting item in the box, in my opinion. Well, maybe, like, besides the clue to Blood of Olympus. But have you seen this? This is Percy Jackson's Greek Gods. This is a beautiful book. Like, look at this. Are you seeing this right now? It's also really big, but every page is like stunningly gorgeous, even the ones with just text on them. Like, look at that. I want to read this right now. There's also some gorgeous illustrations in here by John Rocco. To my understanding, this is basically like Greek mythology narrated by Percy. He sort of explains how everything came to be with his own little twists and sarcasm and amazingness. This is in bookstores now, I've seen it. So if you want this beautiful book on your shelf, I would go out and buy it if I were you. I would do it. We have pens that may or may not turn into swords. Are you ready for this? Alright then. At least they write, and they're cool looking. Confirmation that the pen's indeed right. These pens are legit. However, next time, Disney, I would like you to send me a sword. I have these lovely Heroes of Olympus, Camp Half-Blood, and Camp Jupiter pins that I dropped 4 times before finally being able to position them in my hands like this. Applying them to the shirt. I have these Camp Half-Blood and Camp Jupiter temporary tattoos, which will be put to good use because temporary tattoos are some of my favorite forms of book swag. When I go to like book events or midnight premieres, I put them on my neck. If I'm at a book event, people usually think I'm pretty cool. If I'm at a midnight premiere, I'm usually in my own small town and people think they're real because they don't understand it. That's always fun to explain to people. And I have these Blood of Olympus themed cards. These as well will be put to very good use. I used to know magic tricks with cards. I should do that again. And the final item in the box this clue pertaining to the Blood of Olympus. I've been looking forward to opening this clue for a really long time now, and now I get to read it for you guys. And the Oscar goes to whoever put this really sticky material on this unopenable package. Who will survive the final battle? Percy. Jason had never met this particular giant, but he'd heard stories.
Olympus.
I'm gonna call him Polyboats, and you know who I'm talking about. The anti-Poseidon. The giant shook his dreadlocks. A dozen serpents swam free, each one lime green with a frilled crown around its head. Basilisks. Indeed, son of Rome, the giant said. But if you'll excuse me, my immediate business is with Perseus Jackson. I tracked him all the way across Tartarus. Now, here in his father's ruins, I mean to crush him once and for all. Did you really think I would reveal more than that? Signed, Rick Riordan. I absolutely cannot wait to read this book. At the same time, I'm terrified. I don't want Percy Jackson to end. But honestly, I just want the best for the characters, and the end of the series will probably bring that for most of them. And that's just what I'm worried about. Those few that aren't going to make it. And I don't know how to decide who I think it will be. My initial thoughts are not Percy, Annabeth, Jason, or Piper. I don't think they'll die, but I also won't really be shocked if I'm wrong. I would only be shocked about Percy and Annabeth. I could see Raina dying. I would say Coach Hedge, but the baby, I definitely think it will be a satisfying ending. I don't think he'll pull something that really leaves us wanting more if this is really the end. But I mean, we all know that there's gonna be a lot of sadness in this book, not only because the series is ending, but because people are gonna die. And a lot of stuff has to go down in these 500 or 600 pages that I'm not ready for. I said goodbye to Percy Jackson one time, and then he came back into my life for 5 more years. This series has been with me since 2nd grade. I've followed all of the books as they were coming out. I think my favorite has been The Mark of Athena so far, and I know that The Blood of Olympus is going to be amazing. I don't know if The Mark of Athena will not be my favorite anymore. There was just so much growth in the characters and such a transition in the way that the story was set up. It was just done so beautifully. That was a wild ride. My predictions for Blood of Olympus, I don't feel like I can go too deep with them because you never know where it's going to turn. Anything could happen. But in general, I think all of the loose ends are going to be tied up, and I think some will be introduced towards the beginning. I think there will be a whole new adventure, as well as a satisfying conclusion to what we've been leading up to all this time. I think Percy and Annabeth are finally gonna get their happy ever after that they so deserve. Not even Rick Riordan, I think, would take something like that away from us. And if he does, I don't even know what I'll do in that situation, so I'm gonna stop thinking about it. I'm nervous, I'm excited, I'm ready, but I'm also not ready. I'm not ready. Please let me know your thoughts. If you have any solid, well thought out predictions. The beautiful Percy Jackson's Greek Gods in stores now, and The Blood of Olympus will hit stores on October 7th. I cannot wait to read it and discuss it with all of you. No matter what happens in this book, we're all in this together. A huge thanks to Disney Hyperion for sending me these beautiful books and this amazing box, and for the signed copy of The Blood of Olympus that I cannot wait for. I haven't had this much fun filming a video in a really long time. Have a great day, and I will see you guys very soon. Goodbye!